a short lecture on basic economics. The topic number 1 is economic equilibrium. Let us know first, how does the dictionary define equilibrium? According to Webster Dictionary, a state of adjustment between opposing or divergent influences or elements is called equilibrium. It also states equilibrium is a state of balance between opposing forces or actions. Here comes the origin of the word equilibrium. Equilibrium is derived from Latin words aqueous and libra. Aqueous is for equal and libra means balance. Equilibrium is originated from the Latin libra, meaning weight or balance. Libra is used as a constellation, zodiac symbol, or an astrological sign. Libra is generally pictured as a set of balanced scales. The blindfolded goddess of justice holds that balanced scale. That symbolizes fairness, equality, and justice. Wherefrom the term equilibrium has been borrowed in economics. The term equilibrium has been borrowed by economics from physics. What is economic equilibrium? Economic equilibrium is a condition or state at which economic forces are balanced. In the absence of external influences, the economic forces take rest and the economic variables remain unchanged. Economic equilibrium is also called market equilibrium. Let us go back to the picture of Libra, where economic forces were two economic forces, buyers and sellers, and these two forces are balanced, that is, demand from the point of buyers and supply from the point of sellers. They are equal to each other, and buyers and sellers are taking rest. Here the economic forces take rest, and so the buyers and sellers are taking rest, and without any change of the external factors, the economic forces take rest and the economic variables remain unchanged. That is, through demand and supply, the price and quantity determine those price and quantity variables remain unchanged. So market equilibrium is a state in which the conflicting or opposite forces of supply and demand are in balance. Here the demand and supply are equal to each other, and at that point of equality, market equilibrium is established. Let us now illustrate market equilibrium with the help of a diagram. The vertical axis measures price and horizontal axis measures quantity demanded and supplied. When the quantity supplied will equal the quantity demanded, the market will be in equilibrium. Where the demand curve crosses the supply curve determines market equilibrium. So two curves, demand curve and supply curve, will cross each other in the diagram. Here we draw the demand curve. Demand curve goes to the downward direction and the supply curve goes upward. DD is the demand curve, S is the supply curve. Demand curve and supply curve intersects at this point, and at that intersection point, quantity determined is OQ bar, price determined is OP bar, and this is the equilibrium point. This is the equilibrium price, P bar, and equilibrium quantity is OQ bar. We also see that market equilibrium is a condition where a market price is established through a competition among buyers and sellers. In a market, the buyers want to buy at the lowest price and the sellers desires to have the highest price. When price goes down, quantity demanded increases. While the price goes up, the quantity supplied increases. So there is the bargaining between buyers and sellers, and by which a price is ultimately established, and that price is called the equilibrium price. When the price is OP2, then the quantity supplied by the sellers is higher than the quantity demanded. We see that quantity supplied is P2M2 and quantity demanded is P2N2. Surplus will be N2M2, and that surplus will lead the suppliers to reduce the price level, and so P2 will come down to P bar. If the price is less than P bar, that is at P1, then at price P1, the quantity demanded is P1N1 and quantity supplied is P1M1. Then in the market there is a shortage of goods, and that shortage is M1N1. Due to the shortage, the competition among buyers will beat the price up, and then price will go from OP1 to OP bar. And at OP bar, the market equilibrium is established, where the competitive price is determined, and the buyers and sellers have the same amount of goods and services bought and sold. That is, at OP bar, quantity demanded is P bar E and quantity supplied is P bar E. So both are equal at the price OP bar. And so the point E determines the market equilibrium situation, where the buyers and sellers take rest. Buyers and sellers are satisfied with the current combinations of price and quantity bought and sold. So they do not have any urge for changing their present decisions about purchase and sales. Buyers and sellers both take rest at the point E. And this is the illustration of market equilibrium.